About 15 minutes later, Cameron starts to become a bit more agitated. They're on a dirt road at this point, and every now and then they walk past crumbling structures of what used to be houses and trailers.
You think the self-service stopped working since you read about it?
I don't know. They said it's pretty sporadic.
Who said this exactly?
The paranormal forum peeps?
I hope they're trustworthy.
They are, or at least they have no reason to lie.
I think the paranormal gives people incentive to lie, especially if you're not gifted.
Sure, but they're talking about cell phone service, not ghosts.
You could also be a scheme by those crazy locals to lure their victims into town.
You're joking, but I know you're still worried about that. So I'll just point out that it's highly unlikely because that would leave too much of a paper trail.
I'm not that worried, especially now that we made it this far and nothing...
Oh shit.
What?
Damn it, I just heard a bar. Damn it, I just had a bar for a split second.
The bear waves the phone around over his head, spinning it in a slow circle.
Oh, we've all been there.
What the hell, Dad? You scared me.
Sorry, babe. Anyway, I think it came from this direction.
Dev indicates a rather large grouping of trees off the side of the road that forms a bit of a miniature forest.
Also, I finally noticed another thing. Cameron doesn't have a cute little pet name for Devin, but Devin always refers to Cameron as Babe.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Babe or Hun, or he uses all the pet names.
Yeah, well, Cameron always just goes Dev.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, he doesn't quite look like a Babe or a Hun, right? Like
True.
They intentionally, they're even like, their dynamic is designed to be where they both care about each other, but one is clearly the more powerful role, right? Like,
Well, I mean, powerful in appearance. I think that we're going to see, because they even brought up earlier, Devin saying, like, he's realizing that Cameron's more resilient and that Devin may not be as resilient as he thought
correct.
he was.
He's a, he's a teddy bear.
Yeah.
He's literally a teddy bear.
I mean, yeah. He's Winnie the Pooh. I mean, really.
Winnie the Pooh, ghost searcher, ghost
Lots of woozles. What is that but Winnie freaking himself out?
Oh my god. Oh.
Of course, why does it have to be the creepiest thing in sight?
You want to hang back while I check it out?
No.
Is that a question?
Cameron doesn't respond. Instead, sliding his paw into the one Dev's offering, and they start to make their way through the sagebrush.
Oh god, imagine all the ticks we're picking up. Oh man, Cameron, like, spirit buddy or whatever, like, I hate bugs and ticks are like one of the things that immediately goes to my brain of like that. Nope, that's why I don't ever go off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't worry, babe. I'll comb through all your fur when we get out of here. Want me to carry you?
I'm fine.
Oh, and they're animals, so they it'd be even harder.
Oh jeez.
All right. Just don't think about the tarantulas and scorpions.
God damn it, Dev.
He would do something like that.
I would 100% do that.
You suck so much ass.
Your ass is the only ass I eat.
No, I think he's just got hit with something.
I eat.
Dev grunts in a heavy, bearish way as Cameron wraps his arms around his neck and lifts his feet off the ground, forcing Dev to bridle carry him.
You're gonna talk about me getting scorpions and rattlesnakes. You're gonna have to carry my ass.
And eat it.
Chuckling, Dev carefully makes his way through the rough terrain while the coyote awkwardly keeps his feet lifted high so they don't brush the sage. Dev finally lowers the coyote near the edge of the forest, and they stand there, looking into the blackness. Cameron can only see the branches outlined against the moonlight, but otherwise, it's almost like looking into a void. The feeling of emptiness is emphasized by the suddenly quiet desert around them.
So I've got like one bar. Data isn't working.
You know, trees should make it harder to get a signal. Can you make a call?
Well, I can't open my insurance app, so I don't know what the preferred towing companies are, and I'm sort of realizing that most probably won't come out here anyway, since Flake Road doesn't technically exist anymore.
Flake Road?
Something like that.
I'm not sure that's it. So, we're not getting towed out, and you don't even know the name of the road we crashed on. Are you saying we're stuck here? Like, really stuck?
Well, my Jeep probably is. Not us. The highway is still within walking distance, remember?
I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I got us in this mess.
Hey, I don't give a shit about my Jeep. Besides, I just got an idea.
Dev taps on his phone a few times, then puts it up to his ear, but only for a few seconds before he scowls.
What?
Call dropped, but it rang for a sec.
We are so dead and I've killed us.
Well, this is a horror game, so... Oh, stop it, honey. I'll try texting.
Who are you texting?
An old friend of ours.
Who?
Damn it, I swear that bar keeps disappearing every time I try to send. I'll try some different angles.
Dev is hunched over his phone, tapping away. Cameron just sighs, letting Dev do whatever it is he's doing. Despite the bear's attempts to placate him, the coyote knows that they both know that this is his fault. Why don't you just...
Oh, I think this is Cameron's thoughts again.
I was gonna say.
Why don't you just tell me what a stupid idiot piece of shit I am?
Cameron doesn't want to admit it, even in his mind. But one thing he liked about Dylan was that he didn't sugarcoat things for the coyote. He'd tell him when he was an idiot, either with words or fists. The coyote turns his attention back to the forest, staring into the dark. Dev doesn't know anything about him and Dylan, and Cameron sure as hell isn't ever going to tell him. Especially that sometimes he was the one to swing first. He always lost, but the few hits he'd land always felt worth it.
That'd be a real treat for you, Dev. Not only is your boyfriend crazy, he's violent too. Does he even know you at all?
A chill goes up Cameron's spine. That didn't feel like his own thoughts, even though it came from inside his head.
Oh, wait, I just realized something. I think the ghost can act as intrusive thoughts. Oh, that's terrifying. Like, intrusive thoughts already suck, but having, like, a ghost be the one doing it to you.
And a clearly malicious ghost.
Yep. Cameron moves closer to Devon, rubbing his arms.
Oh, just send, damn it.
Devon.
Just a sec, hon. A few already went through. Just gotta confirm some things with him.
The void seems to get bigger, and even though he wants to look away, Cameron can't. He knows he's sensing again, even though he isn't meaning to.
Well, you went into the town, you dumb shit.
I don't know what it was, but that's what... Wait, I don't know what it was. That's what really bothers me about it. I think I could handle something like a ghost, but not something like that. Oh, okay, so it's not Cameron.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
jeez.
something else.
Unless Cameron has a wife he's not telling Devin about.
That's not...
Plot twist!
What else are you telling me about?
Not only did I have this traumatic experience with my mother, and I had this abusive ex-boyfriend, but I got a wife over in Reno.
Why Reno?
Should DJ voice this?
No, I think this could, unless you're tired and need to have a pause.
You have been doing a lot of talking, and I can do a very different voice than Dev.
Okay.
So it's just me and my wife taking a walk through the old forest like we always did. Then, I don't know, I just got this weird feeling and everything went real quiet. And this voice started. A man's voice. It was kind of eerie. Like it wasn't real. Hard to explain, but it was like it was an electronic thing. A machine. It started yelling at us in a sort of playful way, like it was making fun of us or taunting us. It said things like, "The devil walks beside you, and I'm taking you to hell." Weird crap like that. It was coming from the tops of the trees, and you could kind of hear it up and down and come closer. It was like swinging through the branches. And yeah, it scared us, because it didn't make sense. The voice, where it was coming from, and what it was saying, none of it made sense, and that's the scary part. So we ran. And then it said some nasty things about my wife, so I picked her up and ran as fast as I could. Later, she told me she saw it over my shoulder in the trees. I had a hard time explaining it, which I understood because I can't explain it at all. But she said it was a shadow. A shadow person that was moving through the branches. She said light bent in a weird way around its body, like it was encased in a glass globe or something. She hasn't said much else about it. She doesn't like talking about it, and neither do I. I'm only telling you because I feel like there needs to be a record of it somewhere. It just feels wrong out of this life without, I don't know, letting people know that unexplainable stuff happens to a lot of people, and I hope we figure out why. And this might not be important, but I had dreams afterward where I'd be in that forest and the shadow creature would come prowling out into the open. And then sounds would come from where its mouth would be. I'd hear a young man screaming for help, all distorted like it was recorded on a tape, and then there'd be this high-pitched laughter.
Shit!
Huh?
Did you hear that?
That laugh? Yeah, sound like a drunk dude kind of far away. You screaming is what made me scream.
It was like a cackle, like a cartoon witch or something. It was right next to us. I've heard it before.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a witch. It was kind of high-pitched, I guess. But, again, it was kind of distant.
I think we should go.
Why? I think it's just like a drunk hick or something. I'm almost done messaging RT.
Something bangs like a screen door swinging closed, and not very far away.
It's a third person.
Okay, I guess I'll voice this person. Who's that squealing? That you, Duke? Got me a 12 gauge right here that'll make you squeal twice as loud if you're snooping around my property again. Dev's voice drops to a whisper.
Holy shit.
Then, before Cam can fully absorb exactly what's happening, Dev is pulling him along, running full tilt through the sagebrush, toward the road, and back toward Lake Emma. Devon's feet ache from the plethora of rocks he trampled on, the tough pads of the undersides feeling almost torn up from the rough terrain. He's thankful, though, if only for the fact that he hadn't run himself and Cameron into a cactus.
Dev.
Cameron's voice jerks with every running step.
We're almost there.
Dev huffs and puffs for air, now aware that he's a bit more out of shape than he realized. He hadn't run in earnest for at least a few years.
Dev, we're out of the town.
The bear slows down now that his stuck Jeep is in sight, and he sets Cameron down on his feet before doubling over to rest his paws on his knees, wheezing.
Fuck. Give me a minute.
Jesus, are you okay? It sounds like you're dying. Dev!
My fucking thigh is cramping like a motherfucker. Holy shit.
Dev's large rear hits the ground with a thump as he reaches down to massage the back of his thigh.
Oh, thank God.
For what?
Lay on your back.
Before Devon can even follow the directions, Cameron takes the bear's right leg and slowly lifts it up, making Dev spasm as the cramping muscle is slowly stretched out.
Oh, fuck. That's what I get for not running since, college.
Cam gently rocks the leg back and forth.
You ran since then. Remember that stupid company triathlon thing we did where you carried me on your back and ran across the soccer field?
Despite the light conversation, Cam keeps looking over his shoulder towards the town, just waiting for a mob of hillbillies to come raging up the road.
Man, I told you, Dev. The people here are psycho.
Dev grunts as Cameron stretches his leg back again.
I think he wasn't being serious, but yeah, you're right. All the more reason to get the fuck out of here.
Dev finally pulls his foot back, gingerly getting to his feet while continuing to rub at his thigh.
Ugh, I've never had a cramp so painful. I guess I'm getting old.
Okay, hold on. The characters were in college 5 years ago, and it sounds like that they mentioned for the past 3 years that the dreams have kind of withered up because of the. I think that they're maybe 25 each.
Yeah, about. That
Yeah.
makes sense. They might be a little bit older because he's already feeling old, so maybe 28, but
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Because the thing is, they both graduated, and I don't think either of them went on to pursue a master's or anything.
No.
Doesn't sound like it.
So, and it sounds like they graduated maybe 3 years ago is my guess. So they're at least 25 is my guess.
Probably.
That's reasonable.
Take it easy next time. You were more scared than I was. You said yourself that he was just a drunk hick.
You forgot the part where he's got a shotgun.
Yeah, I'd be more surprised if he didn't have one. Do you think he's gonna come looking for us? We're not hard to find out here.
Sound like he thought you were some other hick. I think we're fine.
I suppose you could put trailer trash in the same category as hick, so that makes sense.
We can keep an eye out for him right now, though, just in case.
Yeah, I don't think that Dev just picked up on the thing that Cameron was just lying down there.
Yep.
So, who are you texting?
Artie from college. He just happened to be up here, and he's living in Mesa. So he drive right out so he could be here in 3 hours.
Huh. Why Artie, though?
I don't know. He was on the top of my contact list, and I knew he still lived in the state, so I gave it a shot.
You can give us a ride at least, I guess.
He's got one of the massive trucks, so he might be able to pull us out. His last message said he'll be here in 3 hours or less.
Well, I guess that's not bad. As long as we're out of here by morning. I don't want you getting caught in the heat all day.
Pfft, we got a shit ton of water, and if I need to, cool down.
Devin waves a paw at the lake. Cameron stares at the lake, seeming to think, then looks back at Dev.
Listen, while we were in the forest, I don't know, I didn't see anything, but I think I did some light touch sensing the right way.
Now it's Dev who finds himself becoming upset.
What? Why would you do that?
Well, it kind of just happened, and I made sure not to interact or anything. It was just fine, or at least for the most part. What I heard was creepy.
Okay, well now I'm going to tell you to be more careful again, because I don't want you going through what happened at the motel over again.
Well, like I said, I couldn't exactly help it. Anyway, do you know what about a shadow person in the forest that spoke with a distorted electronic voice?
Devin is caught off guard. He knows Cameron is trying to take the focus off the fact that he's still messing around with the supernatural in a dangerously supernatural place. But he also knows exactly what Cameron is referring to.
So I don't know what that is. I have to assume it's a thing from Echo again.
Gotta be, yeah.
Because, everything else that Cameron's been picking up has been something referred to back in Echo, from what I understand.
Yep.
The chapter in Haunted Echo titled entities of static.
I feel like that's literally a part of the game in Echo.
Described exactly that. And in the thick of trying to figure out who to call, he hadn't realized that was the forest. Dev's surprise must be pretty obvious as Cameron grins.
No way! Am I right?
Cameron's sudden joyous reaction surprises the bear.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Can you believe this? Sorry, I don't know why I'm so happy. It's just, there's a fucking reason for me being the way I am. I can't deny it anymore. It's hard to explain, but that kind of changes my entire life.
Cam's bottom lip trembles with emotion, and Dev shakes off his feelings of unease, drawing him into a hug.
Come here. Bear hug. I know what you mean, baby. Well, I don't personally know, but I've wanted you to feel that way for a long time. I'm really happy for you.
I feel like I can do something. I don't know, maybe even help people with this?
Cameron's voice is muffled against Dev's chest.
Oh, sure, of course. Let's find a better place than here, okay?
Dev nuzzles Cameron reassuringly, but the coyote doesn't answer, and even though that bothers the bear, he doesn't press the issue, just wanting Cameron to feel happy for now.
Alright, I think that's a good stopping point.
That is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, their relationship is doing a perfect, split in the sense that you had one in power and the other being like, okay, I'm going to try to do this for you because I love you. And now the other's in power and the other one is like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this for you because I love you. Which is very cute.
Alright, any last thoughts before we say goodbye?
No, not that I can think of.
Bear hug.
Alright, say goodbye then.
Bye.